Hello everybody, Wishbone8121 here, and welcome to another episode of Injustice iOS. In today's episode, I'm going to go over a really fun team. This one is quite savage, actually. The idea is very simple. You have Arkham Knight Batgirl here to, keep people from dying while stunning them, which is why she has Necron Scythe. I guess I'll go over here in a second. Second, we have Arkham Harley Quinn, who is, not that good. Other Harley Quinns are better, except her her passive gives an unblockable chance to every hit on her teammate's special 2 as long as they're Arkham characters. And of course, the maximum health increase doesn't hurt at all. And that's both of these are support characters for one of the most savage offensive characters in the game, Arkham Origins Deathstroke, who has a bonus 8 damage per promotion. That means he has an 80% damage boost. And on top of that, Identity Crisis actually deals significantly more damage than it says here on the screen. In fact, his true range here is 75,019 to 150,038. And that's before his passive. When you include his passive and the fact that it's a swipe special, so it's very easy to get 100% every time. When you do get the maximum damage, it is 210,053 before bringing in critical strikes. Which means his S2 hits for an absolute truck. It is a 6-hit special, and due to Arkham Harley Quinn's passive, each individual strike of his 6-hit special has a 50% chance to break blocks, which is what makes this team so strong. It doesn't really matter if someone's blocking or not, you're going to almost always kill them with a special 2 anyway. And the 5th hit actually hits for about double damage. Yes, that is basically the entirety of this setup, is to make Deathstroke hit like an actual truck. So that means that Harley Quinn is not being used like I would normally use Harley Quinn, because as I've said in other videos with her, you pretty much always give her Tantu totems so that she can use her special 2 over and over. But in this particular case, that is not her purpose. Her purpose is just to give her passive to AO Deathstroke. I did give her the Deathmaster's Cart and Ibby Stick in this case, just so that if I really need to, I can use her to dot somebody, and the dual revolvers, because I end up just bringing her in and healing Deathstroke or giving him a damage boost pretty much all the time. It's just something I do if I have to switch out Deathstroke. Now, something you could do instead of the Ibby Stick is you could do a Heart of Darkness, but I don't actually recommend it, because even if you're just using special 2, you can still apply multiple stacks of Ibby Stick in conjunction with the Master's Death card. Or you could also use Astro Harness on her, unless you want to put it on Batgirl, which is one of the recommended builds that I would go with. Or you could just not use the dual revolvers at all and just have her with the Ibby Stick. Either way, I would not use the Heart of Darkness. I would rather use the Ibby Stick, but even without the dual revolvers, it still works out, and that's a fine setup. Now, on Arkham Knight Batgirl, if you do set up Harley Quinn with the Astro Harness, then you would want to give Arkham Knight Batgirl the Cloak of Destiny. That way she hits like an absolute monster. And in fact, that is one of the 2 recommended builds I would give. The other recommendation, which I think is a little bit safer, is to give her the Astro Harness. That way you can use her to tank every once in a while if you need to, and she's just a little bit more survivable. You can use her, in a pinch if everything goes to shit. The nanocarbon mask is really good because it gives a crit boost and crit chance on special 1, which makes it one of the best gears for her. Actually, one of the only times that I would use her gear over the LexCorp Gauntlets V2 for S1 damage. You don't want to give her the Adept Knives, just because it makes her a little squishy, and really the utility from being able to nuke someone is more important than doing team damage in this case, just because AO Deathstroke is so strong. team damage is not really a factor. So I would definitely recommend the Cloak of Destiny, not the Adept Knives. So either Cloak of Destiny, or what I think is a little bit better is Astro Harness. And since she has the Astro Harness, I would recommend Harley Quinn with the Ibby Stick and her dual revolvers. Now, if you don't have the Ibby Stick, the Heart of Darkness is definitely still really good in this instance. So, now what I recommend on Deathstroke is I do recommend the Tantu Totem and the Ra's al Ghul Scimitar, which will give him some basic ability to do some pretty strong basic damage, and he will pop in with 2 bars, and he'll always get 1 more from coming back in. And the Tantu Totem also gives 30% crit chance on specials, which is really important for him. I also do recommend the Prometheum Longsword, which gives him another crit. This gives him a crit boost, which is very important for him, which increases the damage significantly. Furthermore, it brings up his regular attacks to critting for almost 24,000, which means that he's a very strong basic damage carry, in addition to hitting like an absolute monster with his special 2s. So this is my recommended build for him, and because AK Batgirl is there to save him, you don't need him to be particularly tanky. And you can always bring in Harley Quinn to heal him as well. All right, let's get right into it.
Harley Quinn. Deathstroke.
All right, so we're going to use my recommended build with the Ibby Stick and dual revolvers on Harley Quinn and the AH on Batgirl. To start with, I'm just going to bring in Deathstroke. Superman is blocking, but that block just does not quite work. Now, the AH is the one item in the game that's really annoying to deal with. I'm just going to get him down really low, and he does not have enough special power to use his S2, so I'm just going to bring him down to the shield and tank a couple specials. I'm going to bring in Harley Quinn, eat a special here, and I'm just going to use her S2 real quick. I'll just use the bomb. I could have used, I could pretty much use anything, it doesn't really matter. I just ended up, while she was in there, using her special 2 to heal Deathstroke a little bit and do a little bit of damage. And now I'm going to finish this out with, look at those hits. That was the 5th hit on Wonder Woman, hits for about double damage, 176,000. The other hits are all for 90,000 if you crit. And like always, I'm bringing in Deathstroke to start with, and you're getting to see here just how often he breaks blocks. It's 50% per hit, which basically means you're almost always going to break their block. The chances of him hitting someone 6 times in a row without breaking their block is 1 out of 32. Also, that team did not have the Astral Harness, so any team without the Astral Harness is just going to die instantly to this team. There's no way you can survive, basically, without it. As you can see here, this is another team without the Astro Harness, and they are not going to be able to use even a basic attack against this setup. And by the way, my AO Deathstroke is fully augmented with everything, including health and damage. He was one of the first, I think it was the 5th or 6th card that I fully augmented way back years ago. And AK Batgirl has crit damage augments and critical chance, of course, which is the easiest to get. You just have so many. When you augment as much as me, you just have so many critical chance augments that you just have them sitting around doing nothing most of the time. So in this game, basically, I'm going to crush him with Deathstroke, and then Killer Frost gets him low enough that he needs to be saved, so I'll just basically kill her with just Harley Quinn anyway. And going back to augments really quickly, my Harley Quinn does not have crit damage augments, so that's why she hits very weak. I know this is really annoying. Superman was able to use his, what is it? He must have the OP pill, which is what enabled him to power steal a little bit there, but even though he was blocking, he was still absolutely crushed by my special 2. With Harley Quinn, I'm going to use the damage boost, because, why not? And oof, that was rough. I'm going to use my special one with Batgirl to see if I can kill him. Not quite. Now, if you did have if you had the Cloak of Destiny there, he would have died, which is one of the reasons why the Cloak of Destiny is a really good choice. Because it sometimes allows you to nuke people with Batgirl that you can't with just the Necron Scythe. Alright, to start out with, I'm bringing in Deathstroke. I'm just going to end up using his special one. That was mistimed. I was hoping that I would use the first hit as his shield was coming off. So this is not going the way that I want to, so I'm just going to bring in Harley Quinn, and wanted to use a special 2 there, but unfortunately the Heart of Darkness dot prevented me from doing that, so I just brought in Deathstroke to deal with Batman Ninja here. Now, Batman Ninja does have full tank gears, so he did manage to survive. And I'm going to bring in Harley Quinn and just use Team Heal. That meant that she healed 50% of Deathstroke's health there, which brings him back up to full. And something else that you may have missed during that interaction was that Harley Quinn actually removed Superman's passive with the MDC, even though she used Heal. Because the Master's Death cart hit Injustice 2 Superman while I was picking which special 2 to use, it actually removed his passive, which is really nice. That's something you can always do. Alright, so AO Deathstroke's in trouble, so I'm going to use Batgirl to take down... Oof. Wish I would have taken down. Batman Ninja Batman, but he is just too much of a tank, especially now with total full tank gear. It's just rough. So I'm going to bring in... Oof. That was actually a mistake. I should have just rather kept in Batgirl and got him down to the third invulnerability shield, which is what I was trying to do with Harley Quinn, but yeah, that definitely did not work. And now I'm going to bring in AO Deathstroke to finish off Batman Ninja Batman, and I'm just going to tap that S2 as fast as I can so I don't get killed, and that's the end of this match. Alright, next battle, bring in Arkham Origins Deathstroke, going to kill Superman there and deal a significant portion of damage to Batman Ninja Batman. He's still annoying, and this one is also outfitted with a significant amount of tanking gear. So I'll just eat a special one. I'll bring in Harley Quinn against Blackest Night the Flash. And I'm going to try to get her special 2, which is really annoying against the Flash, but, it is what it is. Well, that will give my special 2. I'll use the damage boost, and then bring in Arkham Origins Deathstroke again. Get his energy, and then I'm just going to go for the kill here. And I think you'll be able to see he's actually a very strong counter to Blackest Night the Flash, as you can tell. He can easily kill the Flash 2 to 3 times with one special 2. Though, of course, you do have to watch out if they have a Blackest Night team with Superman, your block breaking does not function properly. All right, well, that's the end of the first ultimate battle. Let's get into a second. All right, we'll start out by bringing in Deathstroke. Opponent's blocking, but, was not blocking that hard, and 2 different players go down. And that'll be the end of that. Again, no AH, no problem. Alright, again, bringing in Deathstroke, killing Batman. Flashpoint, absolutely crushing Harley Quinn. Oh, Resurrect. That actually works out well, because I'll get the extra, well, it didn't really need it, but I already had 2 bars of power. I could have used 2 special 2s against Catwoman if necessary. Alright, so that new 52 Shazam is actually super low level, so 1 strike was not quite able to kill him, activated his passive, which is really annoying, but, it is what it is. And Injustice 2 Superman has the AH, which is also very annoying. I'm going to use my special one to break his passive, And I'm just going to use my special one again to try to get him low enough for a shield to proc. There we go. I got the shield to go. And I'm going to use my damage boost while healing the team for 25%. Okay, and actually this will be nice. It'll give me my energy back. And take Injustice 2 Superman's passive, and then I was trying to get enough energy there for Special 3, so I could just try to take him down all the way if possible. Didn't quite work out, but should be fine. Superman is down to critical health, and I'm going to take him out right there. Alright, next match looks a little tough. Though Aquaman and Batman are geared a little bit funny, so it's not going to be as tough as it could have been. Alright, to start with, I'm just going to bring in Deathstroke and do some basic damage. I'm just trying to get him some energy and get Shazam a little bit lower. You know what? I don't even know why I did that, because that's not the smartest play. That was actually a mistake. It would have been better for him to just use his S2, really, than to, well, I don't know. I think that was a mistake for me to do that. And I don't know why Aquaman still has his shield when I clearly hit him with the special already. This is just very strange. But I do have the S3 here against Aquaman. Though with Shazam's passive, I don't think it's going to be enough to kill him. And does not quite enough. So Shazam comes back into the match, and oof, he's got a special too. He's got the Necron Scythe, so he is geared pretty well. Fortunately, Batgirl was just about to have her shield proc, so that was a good time for a special too. And I'm going to be able to tank Shazam's entire passive with Batgirl, which is one of the reasons why you want her to have the AH. That worked out very well. I'm going to bring in Deathstroke. And, oh yes, this Batman is not geared completely as a tank, which means that I can still hurt him with specials, though I don't want to use a special 2 into a shield and get absolutely destroyed. Alright, so AO Deathstroke is now at 1 HP from Aquaman. I just did this in order to get rid of his water shield, and I was trying to kill him with Batgirl. However, killing Shazam instead is still okay. That's going to give her the Necron Scythe proc. And I did manage to heal my team while giving myself a damage boost. Oh, that was a completely mistake. I don't know why I was unable to hit the button there for special, but, you know, I misclicked, so stuff happens. Oof, that is a problem, but Batman is not able to kill with that special 2, and the Necron Scythe is giving me all of his power. So I am at 1 HP, and this is a little bit crazy. Oh, but it is, whew, you know, managed to pull it out, even with AO Deathstroke going down due to me misclicking there, which is really annoying. But that definitely shows why I recommend giving Batgirl the Astro Harness and Necron Scythe, because you needed both in order to win that match, with everything going wrong and Deathstroke dying, unfortunately, with 2 bars of power. But back into commentary, we just missed a team that did not have an AH, so they died pretty much instantly. There goes Arkham Knight Batman. Broke Superman's block there, which is nice. It's nice when you break the block. That way you get rid of his passive. And killed him. And here's another team. This team also does not have the Astro Harness, so they are dead as well. Alright, on to, I think this is the last match. I miss my special one's critical strike, which means I did not get rid of his passive. Would have been nice because I could just use special 2 now, but instead I'm just going to get energy up by using my basic attacks, which, you know, do hit really strong. Oof. Blackest Night the Flash with the stun comes in and stun locks me to death. And then I'm going to show him what happens when you mess with Arkham Origins Deathstroke. Yeah, like I said, he is a counter to Blackest Night the Flash. And I'm going to give my team a damage boost, bring in Deathstroke, and use his ultimate. And we'll see just how hard this hits for. All right, 180,000. That actually tells you this Batman is wearing the Batman Ninja helmet. Because AO Deathstroke's super attack with the damage boost from Harley Quinn has a base hit of 360,000, which means that basically the minimum damage is 180,000. But that Batman did not get 50% damage resistance. It was only 30-something, which means he was wearing the Batman Ninja helmet, which is why he lived. All right, and that brings us to the end of this video. It was nice, and I hope you guys like this team and try it out sometime. All right, see ya.